Yes, sir. Alright, cool, France. Up to you. Oh, wet conditions as well. My life. Okay. Yay. Alright. Let's go out.
Start with. The track's very wet.
Still drive out here and out front. Sorry for not uploading. Just not been feeling my best. No one has. So yeah, ain't that helpful. Well, that's not the important thing right now. As we go through the fast corners of the French Grand Prix to warm up these wet tyres for our flying lap. I haven't seen many wet races so far in this season. I don't think we've seen any. I don't know if it'll be raining for the race, but this qualifying will be a wet one. So my life. Is on track. Haas, Red Bull behind McLaren and Alfa Romeo. Haas, Mercedes, Alpine. This had next lap, my life. I didn't see what area we would be in there. If this would count, I want to see how well we could do compared to the other drivers. Green sector 1, not bad. As we go into the chicane on the French Grand Prix. Yuki Tsunoda with a 147. Car in the corner again. As you cross the line, 146, not bad. Or 145.9 even. That's been faster than Sergio Perez. Ooh.
You've only got one set of fresh wet tires.
Alright, come on. and skip through the drive out because why not? Piastri at the bottom of the pack. Shh, don't be, thank you. I have to watch out for that second to last corner, because that's a continued one. I'm not able to do it, but I need to. We're not doing as good as we did on our last go around or our last lap, but I might go for a second run with these tyres after this, so just to get it to grips with this circuit, as in nearly lose the rear of the car. Hopefully not. Don't want to go too far. As you go towards the checkered flag to get a 146.4, that puts us 5th, and that is not half bad, but I'm gonna go around for the second time, see if we could do anything better.
Minutes. There are 5 minutes remaining of this session.
Now we go past the line. We get a 46.153 even. Not half bad.
We'll receive you at the end of this lap.
That takes us to P3. Man, there's no Verstappen to be seen in the top 5. So you never know. That might be us. Not on one of the podium positions to start out on this Grand Prix. But we have to wait and see.
Less than 1 lap of fuel left now. The tank's pretty much empty. Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Ah, I messed it. Oh, you're in low fuel mode, yep, cool.
The rain's getting lighter now, but it's going to take a while for the track to dry out.
Right, the track's drying up. Maybe people will go again, but this time on the inters, as everyone does go out for the lap. On what tyres? No one knows. I don't know, at least. Maybe on wets. Probably. Alright, cool. Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz ahead of us.
With qualifying finished,
But we end up P10.
Once again of our top three.
Russell
and
taking
Leclerc.
pole position in the wet conditions. Fair enough. In the Mercedes as well. Oscar Piastri goes up an acclaim level. Sad that we couldn't afford to keep Tio Porsche. Sad times, sad times. If it loads, maybe, hopefully, there you go. Right, a bit of R&D points to spend. No, can't spend on that, can't spend on that. I don't know if we could spend it on any facilities. Oh no, we can spend it on our aero. I guess that's what we'll do, so then we can go into the mid part of the teams in the aero. Give our team a chance to reach the mid of the pack in one of the categories. Right, cool.
Natalie Pinkham joins me.
Right, softs then mediums. Who's behind us? Ocon, Gasly, Bottas, Schumacher, Zhou, Sergio Perez in 8th.
Launch map is good, but we need to learn the gears. So go into each one when you can. We're going to need some work on the brakes, so put some energy into them and warm the tyres as well, please.
Oh. Let's go around the corners of sector 1. As the front of the pack start to go towards the chicane. we go round towards the final corners to line back up onto the grid and start up the race here in Paul Ricard. Let's line up to 0.2 meters away from the line. Stay wait for the back to start to line up. There's 5 red lights, and away we go here in Paul Ricard as Esteban Ocon, Gasly and Bottas go past us. As we collide with Pierre Gasly in turn 1, but we don't take any damage, thankfully. Trying not to hit anyone. As Bottas pushes us away as we go 3 wide. I go an extra part wide. That happened. And it worked. Okay, so we move.
Let's try and move forward.
And after that we've only lost 1 place, and that's to Esteban Ocon in the Alpine. As Fernando Alonso gets a place on Sergio Perez. As now we lead a train going towards the end of Sector 2. As you catch up to Esteban Ocon at the end of the train. Oh, we start to lose him again. As you stay behind him. But he's got very good slipstream. Well, no, we've got a good slipstream. As Sergio Perez overtakes the other Alpine to leave both of the Alpines in 10 and 9 dead on centre of the pack. As we go around, DRS not enabled. I can start to catch up to Esteban Ocon towards the chicane. As we go round him, and that puts us into P10. Now Fernando Alonso ahead of us, the other Alpine. As we drained all of our ERS in the first 2 laps. My life. As we go into lap 3, 0.4 seconds away from Fernando Alonso. Got a little bit wide there in turn 1. As we go towards turn 4 now. As Perez makes the move on Ricciardo, and we tap the back of Fernando Alonso. Still no damage, thank God. Now we go around towards the DRS zone, and we have DRS, ERS and the tiniest amount of slipstream, but Fernando Alonso can stay behind the McLaren of Daniel Ricciardo. So we go down towards the chicane. Now Fernando Alonso and Perez side by side, but Perez can go past. But Fernando Alonso again biting past the Red Bull as we follow the line of Perez. Was that contact? It looked like that contact was made, but I don't know. As Perez goes down to 9th and we stay in P10. Oh, barely avoiding collision with the Red Bull. As now we go towards lap 4 of the French Grand Prix.
Some time to the car behind.
Trying not to go over the track limits as Esteban Ocon starts to climb behind us, closing the gap as we try to make the move on Sergio Perez. As Perez, Alonso and Ricciardo goes past, Esteban Ocon overtakes us. We're gonna take back the place on the outside. I could keep my front in front, but Esteban Ocon in that Alpine is just too quick, and I can't catch to him.
Clear, green flag.
Now we're in P11 behind that Alpine on lap 4. Another little part of contact as Kevin Magnussen in the Haas is out of the session. As we go a little bit wide, look like we're going to go inside the pit lane.
Okay, be aware, the grip levels
And we
can
lose
start falling
DRS at the worst time. But this lap you have to box for mediums. So hopefully whilst we're in the pit, our engineer is able to fix the DRS. But you never know.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
40% wear on these softs. Ocon going fast away from us, but we're able to claw back as he starts going and going and going away.
Rear wing is down, so you can stay out while we work on a fix.
There's now Valtteri Bottas behind us. As we go wide on the U-turn. As we go into the pit with Esteban Ocon. And we just get the pit lane speed by 1 mile an hour. What the hell? Is that's Bottas gets out ahead of us.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres
Unbelievable.
through to the end now.
Well, we got ahead of Esteban Ocon, so now gonna have to try and catch up to Valtteri Bottas. Great. My life. still have no DRS until it becomes fixed. As Ocon's 2.4 seconds behind with Pierre Gasly. As we go around past where Kevin Magnussen went out of the session. As Piastri goes into the pits.
Oscar's coming in for his stop now.
Along with a bunch of other people on the grid. As we're right behind Valtteri Bottas, but we start to lose him, going towards lap 7. As we go up to P10, make a little bit of contact with Valtteri Bottas, goes a bit wide and we go through. And now that's us in the P9. But we won't have it for long as we still do not have DRS. And Valtteri Bottas will. As we go down DRS lane. And he's just gaining and gaining and gaining towards us. Going down to the chicane. They'll hop over the curb because stay half a second ahead. But through these straights, the Alfa Romeo is just gaining on us as we just don't have the speed that he does, or that he has even. One of the Red Bulls coming out of the pits. That Red Bull being Max Verstappen, coming out in P4. As there's a Ferrari already going down the chicane. I'm guessing Charles Leclerc on the mediums. Soon enough going to change to softs. Or maybe hards, depending on who their race engineer is. Or whoever made their strategy. Well, we've made a 1 second gap between ourselves and Valtteri Bottas, making him not have DRS, as we just get DRS enabled again for ourselves. Unbelievable. As he started to chase Daniel Ricciardo, as the Ferrari comes into the pit lane. I'm guessing the switch for softs. Oh my life. As we go towards lap 9. Into lap 9 now. Bottas with a 1.7 gap to us, but we have a 2.5 second gap to Daniel Ricciardo. So I believe that's us staying in P9, hopefully, unless we mess up. So let's hopefully not mess up, but you never know. Would this be our first race in the points?
Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Unless we have a fault. Our engine looks fine. Some of the components halfway, but we could change it out. eventually, so it's fine. As we go towards lap 10 with a 2-second gap now to that Alfa Romeo behind us, and now at 2.6 gap ahead of Daniel Ricciardo in the McLaren. Maybe we can get an extra 100k for not corner cutting or exceeding track limits, so hopefully. But you never know, we still have 3 laps left, so never say never. As you now start to build up a 3-second gap, nearly 3-second gap between ourselves and Valtteri Bottas. Hopefully about to make the gap. So very near. As we go down.
They seem to have an issue.
Oh, as Esteban Ocon has an issue. What issue? No idea. He's been overtaken by Fernando Alonso on the hards for some odd reason. Who knows why. As we go down towards lap 11, with a 3.3 second gap between ourselves and Valtteri Bottas. I don't know if he is gaining on us. Might have to step up my game. I know it goes so wide on these corners. Well, who am I kidding? Can't catch up to Ricciardo, and hopefully Bottas doesn't catch up to us. So all we have to do is not make a mistake.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
Well, we have tapped the rear end of about 3 different cars in this Grand Prix. Thankful that we haven't been given any damage or any warnings, as a matter of fact.
Okay, gap ahead is 2.7
Thankfully
seconds.
there's not a safety car as well, because if there was, oh my life, that would have been so bad for us, as we probably would have lost our positions. But that's the thing to focus on for the next races. As we go into lap 12, 2 laps away from claiming 2 points. Ay, ay, ay.
The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap. Well done.
As we may be starting to catch up to Daniel Ricciardo, but it's a bit late now. Only got 2 laps left of the race, but we are catching up to him. We're catching up to him. As we are absolutely clear from Valtteri Bottas, who's now 4 seconds behind us. And Pierre Gasly behind him And from what it looks like, Fernando Alonso as Esteban Ocon all the way back there with Guan Yu Zhou and Oscar Piastri, our teammate, in P20. As he can't catch up to an Aston Martin and the Williams, which is unlucky.
Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
Right, final lap here in Paul Ricard, the French Grand Prix. We stay here on P9 as we go down the first sector of the last lap here at France. Down the DRS zone. Nowhere near Daniel Ricciardo and nowhere near Valtteri Bottas. Past the chicane we go as we go towards the end of sector 2.
And gap to the car in front is 3.
Our teammate chilling in P20. We'll have to start developing our teammates' abilities. Onto either the back row. I want it to be at least P16. That was how we did in the first one, in the first races. There you go, there's the exceeding track limits. As we finish the race here in France, P9.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Lewis Hamilton getting driver of the day. Fair enough. But us passing us at the end of the race. And there is who won, Charles Leclerc, or yeah, Charles Leclerc.
So let's review the updated driver standings. Well, it wasn't the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Natalie Pinkham, come on, who do you pick?
It's got to be Lewis Hamilton. I mean, he pulled off some impressive feats out there on track today.
Oh wait, yeah, Magnussen DNF, so our teammate got 19th instead of P20. Love that. Oh, we don't even get money for thing, so out qualifying our rival. Who is our rival? But I believe Lance Stroll. Let's see where round 10 how this season takes us. Because I have not done this career mode, or my team career mode, in ages. And it's going to take us to Budapest. Alright. We can add another sponsor to our car. I believe we could do that. Beat our rival during a race. And I believe our rival... However the hell I check out my rival. Oh, never mind. I don't have a rival. Yay. Right, let's just spend this money on upgrading ourselves.
Our new parts have completed without issue.
Alright, cool.
They'll be on the car ready for the next race weekend.
Alright. Cool. I believe that's all the upgrades that we can do. Wait. Can you do this one? Nope, never mind. Alright, that's us done. I will see you in Budapest. Until then, take care.